forgot to do my intro right now. Someone's gonna listen to this and be like, "Okay, that's the plan, huh?" Yes.
Yeah, we'll double check while you do that.
Yes, it is. Do everything up on my
Everyone's catching
reminder.
axolotls.
Have you looked up Hasbulla yet?
What?
The Russian boxer. I almost said kid, but he's 18.
Oh,
I guess he's
the one
a
you were
kid.
telling me about.
Yeah.
No.
He's a fucking dude. He's a phenomenon.
All right. YouTube. Check.
Sick.
Tuichi. Check.
Probably reset my chat. Perfect. Perfect. We got people on Twitch watching.
Lurkers.
Fucking lingerers, bro.
Dare you.
Alright, we're waiting a second to let people kind of hop in. And then we'll get this going. While we wait, let me tell you, in case you're watching this now and you haven't been watching lately, or you are watching this after the fact, that this will be the Square Enix presentation that we were reacting to. We also have some bonus videos we're going to react to as well, so this is going to be at least a 2-hour sit. But if you are curious, we reacted to Ubisoft Forward. I almost said Ubi Forward. Everybody know what I'm talking about. And regrettably, Gearbox Showcase. We did that on Saturday. We also reacted to the Game Fest showcase that happened as well. And we just did Xbox and Bethesda Games Showcase. And we watched a lot of Battlefield.
Ho.
Thank you. All right, I guess I'm starting all over again. That's going to be 2 minutes of silence. That's fine. That's easy. I can just cut that off. Okay, so we should be good. No, we should be good. We good? We good? We good?
Mike, check.
We good? Someone say, we good. Somebody say, we good. Please. Please. I'm so glad somebody said something early on. I would hate to be like 30 minutes in and someone's like, you guys have been me. On stream, that drives me nuts. Someone like has been watching me for like 2 hours and they're like, by the way, it's lagging. I'm like, fuck.
How's YouTube sound? Awesome. All right. Take two.
Take two. Okay, so welcome back. I said a lot, but I'm going to say it again. We got a lot to go over. Mainly, this stream is going to be us reacting to the Square Enix presentation that happened earlier today. We're going to be watching that, but we also have 2 videos for New World. We have a video for Back4Blood PVP Showcase and Palworld, a video that we have been requested to react to. So hopefully the right Jeremy is here, because he's the one who keeps asking for it. And we're going to give it to you. Before that, before we start and hop into that, I wasn't sure if it was intentional, but then it definitely looked like you were talking to us. I'm busy eating a football. Fuck yeah. I want to eat a football too. I'm very excited for the football. So, just in case you don't know, for whatever reason, we have reacted to Ubisoft Forward and Gearbox. I said earlier, regrettably, Gearbox. I'll say it again. E3 Showcase, and we just did Xbox and Bethesda Game Studios, or Showcase. So if you're curious about our reactions to those, check this out. We also did Game Fest. We did react to Elden Ring. So if you're curious about that, we reacted like 3 times, and then in another stream we watched it again. So we've been watching Elden Ring. We've seen the trailer multiple times, and we will see it again. And then in the future, Monday and Tuesday at 12 PST midnight, we will be reacting to, on Monday and Tuesday, both night streams. Let's see, Capcom. There's a Take-Two interactive panel, but I'm really curious on what that even is going to be, because I thought Warner Bros. Was going to have a panel, and they had a 9-minute segment we're going to watch. So Monday night might be kind of light.
It's fine.
Which would be kind of nice, yeah. I mean, I'm here for it. I love E3, but if there's like almost nothing, we'll figure it out. But tomorrow night there will be a stream.
We'll be here.
And then Bandai Namco and Nintendo, we're going to be ending it big with those two. So very excited. I will be very excited. I will love if we see some Tales of Arise, because that's a game that oddly I'm very, very hyped about. So yeah, that's the plan. That's where we're going. That's what we've done. That's what we're doing today. But quick reminders to download and play Operation Tango, Virtua Fighter 5, Ultimate Showdown, and Star Wars Squadrons, and Minecraft, all games for Game of the Month and Plus Club. We're going to talk about those at the end of the month, so check that out. We have a Discord link down below. We have Patreon link down below if you'd like to subscribe or support us more than liking, subscribing, and all that shit. I'm tired. I promise. That's all it is. My brain's not failing. And yeah, audio platforms. We're on iTunes, Spotify, everything else for our more typical
Conversation
podcasts.
shows.
Yeah. So if you're curious about what we do other than this, you can listen to us on other things. So yeah, how you doing? You're Chevy. My name's Seth. You're my brother.
I tried to be both.
You're the older brother. I'm the younger brother.
Yeah. Can't tell from the gray.
Not twins. And yeah, we're going to be hopping into the Square Enix thing. Are you excited for that? I feel like you're definitely going to be excited for that.
I was like, it's like the one show I wanted to watch for E3. So
Yeah.
Square's been on a roll lately.
Yep.
I'm excited at the prospect that they might be looking at either revitalizing IPs or new IPs. The Japanese game market seems to be less scared of making games now. So super excited about that. But overall,
It's been an exciting time for Japanese developers. For sure.
yeah, that Capcom's killing it, Square's killing it.
Yep.
Bandai's been doing a great job as well. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to the next couple of days for sure. And then the other videos you got lined up, I'm actually interested in all those as well. So this will probably be a little more interesting for me than the last one. I had fun last video, but this is definitely more for me. So
And from my perspective, I loved the last presentation. So if you're watching this and you're curious about that, go check that out. But yeah, this is definitely much more up your alley. But at the same time, I'm very excited as well. I mean, like I said, Square Enix has been killing it. Capcom's been killing it. Obviously, Capcom's not here. But like, just in general, I can be excited about Japanese developers again. And they do have things that are possibly coming out that I don't know about. We could get some big announcements here. Very excited for that. So yeah, really, really excited to see. I want to know if the Team Ninja Final Fantasy game is real, and if it's real, what's it like and what's it called, and if it's tied into something. That's the biggest thing I'm here for outside of Final Fantasy 16. Please.
yeah, I think it's time for a release date because
It's time for fucking gameplay trailer that's not these quick flashes, which was kind of impressive. They even showed that on.
It looked pretty
It looked pretty
worked on.
pretty finished. Yeah. It's just weird that when they announced it, they had like a lot of gameplay to show.
Yeah.
I was like, that's weird.
Different guy in charge.
Yeah. But before we talk about Square Enix, we have some videos to watch. First one is Palworld.
Yeah.
This is something that has been requested that we watch. It was requested that I watch it, but to make sure Chevy and Chris are there. Is Chris in the chat? I think, yeah, he is.
He was part of the We Good crowd.
Yeah. What's good, y'all? What's up, Simon? We just did the Xbox presentation, so if you're curious about that, check that out. But we're doing Square Enix, Palworld, Back 4 Blood, and New World right now. So get ready. Get ready, Simon. It's going to get crazy. But yeah, I believe it was Jeremy Melendez who asked that, and he wanted to make sure you guys were there for that. So
Gotcha.
I am Chris.
Lies.
Yeah, prove it. Prove it, dude. Come on. So let's just watch this. I have no idea what it is.
Me either.
It's on YouTube, though, so it's not going to get me in trouble. Possibly, unless it's got some music or whatever. Let's just watch it and see what it is. Jeremy, if you're not here for the stream, hopefully you got a chance to watch this afterwards. I'll let you know next time I talk to you. Shit, I'm queer.
You and everyone else.
Everyone else. Touche. Palworld. Y'all liked Xbox and Bethesda? I liked it. There's no huge bangers, but
TLDR for sure.
yeah. But it was cool.
It was enjoyable. There's a whole video for you to watch.
All right, let's watch this. Palworld. Audio, let us know if there's issues.
Very clean. Pokemon.
Oh,
vibes.
yeah.
Huge Pokemon vibes.
Love it.
Is that a gameplay element? Build
That'd be sick.
and have pets? Because I would play the shit out of
It has like a... They're shooting?
it. Okay, now I'm confused.
Is this a real game? It If it is, I'm kind of all about it. I like merge shit. What is this?
This is a crazy take.
He's fucking using him as a shield. What they do? Like, what do people like? Well, they like Pokemon. What else? Destructible buildings. What else? Shooters. What else? Slave labor. What else? Hunting. What else? Stardew Valley. Nintendo. I feel like this game's not real. Like, how's this a thing?
Just like variations of Pokemon. There's 800, almost 900 Pokemon. That's impossible.
To be fair, so many Pokemon are based off of real things, so it's like kind of hard. I mean, they literally have fucking birds, just normal looking birds. Let's see. Pokemon with guns. I thought we watched this together. I've never seen this. Have you seen this?
No.
Man, Chevy just goes, watch the effing video, dude. It's on the channel.
I did.
Yeah.
Not as vulgar, but you know.
Pretty much. Half with these designs are just slight variations of Pokemon, how Pokemon should be with high power rifles and shit. Psycho, I'm 100% with you. I'm like so into it. What the fuck is this? This looks like some weird free-to-play ripoff game. What the fuck? It's from the Craftopia dudes. Oh, interesting.
So they stopped working on Craftopia to make this? That's
good. No, get the fuck Craftopia. Make this. What is this?
It's way nicer looking than Craftopia.
Okay, first off, let's talk about this. I love the name Palworld.
Yeah, it's a good name.
What would be better is Buddy World.
I don't know about that part.
I would love Buddy World. This is sad.
I think the zaniness is actually doing a huge favor for it because there's so many like serious tones and goofiness on top of it. Like
it's weird.
I don't know.
Using the pals as fucking shields and shit, but you're also merging them, and it's so weird. I'm kind of fucking into it. Because it's not just trying to be Pokemon; it's doing other shit.
At the end of the day, if it's a fun game and it's got creative features, like I'm here for it.
Fucking gliding on a Palworld pal shooting.
Yeah,
I love it. They got little penguin buddies that are working together and very serious about it.
They kind of remind me of the oh no, I forgot their names. They say dude in Disgaea.
Oh yeah. I know you're talking about.
They kind of remind me of that.
Yeah. Although I feel every time I see any of these guys doing labor, they look so miserable.
Every animal in this game is being used.
Yeah. Maybe it's got like a except for that one, except for the buddy. Maybe it's got like an underlying tone of like don't use animals for cruel stuff.
That animal had a gun.
Did you see? Yeah, did you see that? This might be when this comes out my new favorite game.
Fucking bonkers, man.
It's literally just like fucking let's put things people like in this game. She threw it away. This is so wild. They're so sad.
What the fuck? It's like if Team Rocket won.
I'm so fucking interested in this game. It's like insane. I need to know more. Is this out?
Oh, interesting.
Huh.
She said there's a choice to use them cruelly or nicely.
That's cool.
So it's like a morality thing.
Yeah, that's interesting. Dude, I'm into it. I'm so into it. Craftopia dudes, it's cool because you can either treat your pals as pets or use them more as a tool. Sounds like there's a lot of freedom. Reminds me of Spyro. I don't even know why. Yeah, kind of has that like old school platformer vibe to it. But they're called pals. Friend planet, companion place, buddy palace. That'd be sick. No, they give you the option to use them cruelly. It's all your choice, it seems like. Which is kind of cool, because then if you are playing it and someone else you know is playing it, you can have those stories of like, well, I fucking do this. Well, I would never do that. My pal's too fucking precious for that bullshit. You can have those differences. I like how he wanted you guys to watch it.
Right now.
I like how he wanted you guys to watch it, and I'm the one who's fucking pumped about it. Chris over here like, that's a cheap ripoff, and fucking you're like, what the hell's going on? I'm like, dude, I don't know what's happening. I like pals. I like guns. I like moral decisions. I like destructible buildings. This game is made for me.
Hopefully it has way less jank than the
I like penguin buddies. Oh, it's got jank. but it looks a little more polished than Craftopia. I love that dude's just fucking... Anyway.
I'm going to give him another piece of credit real quick. I think Temtem is a fun game, but their monster design's better than Temtem's.
I agree, 100%. Yeah, these are fun looking.
Yeah.
Temtems are kind of like...
They look like budget Pokemon.
Yeah, they're okay. They're okay.
So
maybe the later ones get a lot better, but the ones I've seen, they're all like...
Yeah.
I'm not stoked about any of them. And the names are horrendous.
Yeah, they're pretty
in
bad.
Temtem. I had to make my own on each one because I was like, these are stupid. They literally, someone just like coughs and they're like, okay, that's the name of that fucking Pokemon or that Temtem. So I was like, and they're like, yep, that's the name. I'm stoked to try this. Hell yeah. Does that multiplayer? If it does everything that's supposed to be good in games, it needs Oh, who's this?
I'm pretty
Who's
sure
this?
it has multiplayer.
That's a person with a gun. Okay. Anyway, last thoughts on this. I'm stoked. I want to try this for sure. Thank you for the recommendation. I never even fucking heard of this game until he was telling me, like, have you seen this? Have you seen this?
Yeah, that was. I'm still kind of like don't know how to feel right now.
I'm stoked to try this. They have a yellow Totoro. Pretty sure you can eat your pals too. I mean, you can do that in real life too. You shouldn't though.
I'm pretty sure the studio that makes Craftopia is a Japanese studio too. So
yeah. Slave pals all the way. Psycho would say that. All right, let us know in the comments and in the chat what you think of this game if you haven't already, and we are going to move on to the next video. Thank you for the recommendations, and if anyone else has recommendations on videos you guys would like us to react to, of course, let us know in the comments or on the Discord.
Yeah.
It's always appreciated. Unless you're like, hey, dude, you got to watch this Battlefield trailer that is not in a presentation, and you're going to watch it like twice, and then you're going to watch it a third time in that presentation.
That wasn't in.
As much as I do very much appreciate the recommendation, it was definitely in that presentation. But it's cool, because I'm very excited for that game, so I don't mind watching it multiple times. All right, next video we got is Back4Blood PVP Showcase E3 2021. Now, I was told Warner Bros. Is going to have like a showcase, and apparently this is it. Because it was called the Warner Bros. Back4Blood Showcase.
Okay.
So, that kind of made sense, but I was like, you're going to have like a whole showcase? Apparently they just dropped a 9-minute video that's just going to explain PvP and Back4Blood. So we're going to watch this, we're going to talk about it, react to it, and then we're going to move the fuck on with our lives because I just want to play this game. Anything you want to say before we watch this?
No.
I'm hoping for B-rated Pokemon, cooperative shooting, enslavement,
Slave labor.
And being able to choose if I eat my pals or not. That's what I'm hoping
That's
for.
a perfect out of context clip right there.
Yeah, someone just cuts that. Seth said, who the fuck's Seth? It's like, he's not big enough to cancel. Try it. Try and cancel me. All right. Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Hello and welcome to the Back4Blood
Oh, she's
PVP
know
Showcase. If you don't already know,
exists.
Back4Blood is an
Oh, it's
upcoming
Naomi Kyle.
four-player co-op
Yeah.
I didn't
zombie
recognize
shooter
her.
made by the creators of Left 4 Dead. Today we're diving deeper into the new PvP mode called Swarm, how it works, and what you'll be doing, maybe even a little bit of strategy. We'll also talk with Turtle Rock's lead game designer on Back4Blood, Brandon Yanez, to help piece it all together. Before we get there though, let's start off with the reveal of a brand new PvP trailer and see what it's like in action.
Oh, it's a PvP one. Okay.
Left 4 Dead had PvP.
Yeah, but I didn't play that.
It was fun. What up, friends? Got you on mobile while making my coffee. Enjoying the show. We have not started the Square Enix show yet. We're watching trailers before that. Hoping to though.
The one video so far was
Interesting.
definitely interesting.
I was not bored. What is the countdown? I missed it.
Honestly, I have no idea what the countdown's for.
Or the count up. It's not even a down.
I mean, it's counting.
Oh, it's like a time attack thing?
Oh. Gotcha. You set a part time to beat. Well, you're being canceled.
What is that? Oh, it's a
She
it's a
clipped
clip.
you. Yeah.
Can you throw that in the Discord so I can watch it later? Honestly, this isn't doing much for me. I mean, I'm already going to buy this game, and I'll definitely play this mode, but this video I don't think is really explaining things as well as it could.
We got 9 minutes.
Yeah. August 5th.
That looked intense. So there we have it, guys. Back4Blood's PvP mode Swarm. To hear more about it and to take a deep dive into the gameplay and the mechanics, we have Turtle Rock's lead game designer on Back4Blood.
Woohoo, make things more stressful with a timer. Hopefully the payoff will be worth it. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully.
PvP mode and what makes it fun and unique.
Of course, so just like our previous titles, we really enjoy bringing new audience to the table while retaining the spirit of the genre.
Yeah, it's just this video. I would adjust it, but this video is not important enough.
Survival, fast action, massive monsters, and a touch of horror. So our goal is to make a balance.
Here, hold on.
PvP mode with
Let
just
me
as much
just
replayability
get a mental
as
note of where to...
So what's the structure of the PvP like? Do you play in rounds? Can you play as both cleaners and ridden in one match, or are we swapping between the two?
Yeah, so it's played as a best-of-3 match. Teams of 4 take turns swapping between the ridden and cleaner players. The job of the cleaners is to
How about
establish
now?
supplies, find a good place on the map to fortify their position, and try to last as long as they can. The ridden's main objective is to kill the cleaners as fast as they can.
'Cause it's quiet over here,
This
too.
is
I gotta
achieved
fucking crank
by
this
choosing
bitch.
the right ridden
Till the
to
music goes.
counter the other team's
Yeah.
strategy, using mutation upgrades, and by coordinating attacks with other AIs and players. As the round progresses, the swarm moves in, so this increases the size of the ridden attacks and shrinks.
It's
the
very
playable
slightly
space,
louder.
sometimes forcing the cleaners out of their favorable position.
OBS failing.
So when a clear team is
Them
wiped from the
failing?
field,
Why is it so
points
fucking
are scored
quiet?
for how long they
I gotta
survive.
crank all my
Then
shit
both
just so
teams
that they
swap,
can be
and then
heard?
They go at it from the other side. The team that runs the clock the longest as the cleaners is the winner.
Now, I understand you can play as all the different cleaners in both co-op and PvP. Do you have a favorite character that you play as?
So I have a couple. I play Mom a lot. She's a badass with a sawed-off shotgun. She adds a lot of survivability to the team. She can also instantly help teammates that are falling during battle. All of our cleaners have special perks, so that one is hers.
Let's jump into another trailer that goes a little more in depth on the Ridden's progression through PvP. Check it out.
You know what's bothering me about all these little things for this game? Is that, like, gameplay-wise, like, I'm interested because I like Left 4 Dead, but they still haven't talked about, like they're talking about stuff for PvP now, like, progression-wise, but where's the single-player stuff at? Like, or not single-player,
They've had videos out already for that, but they should definitely be doing it right now for E3 because you get a wider audience.
Yeah.
So is this a more traditional PvP? Do you play as the monsters? Or is this just showcasing the monsters?
He's just showcasing.
I'm like, I barely pay attention to this with trying to figure out the fucking audio situation.
They said they're showing off perks.
Mm.
So, for classes and characters or whatever. So
Gotcha. Well, already sold. Gonna buy the game. Interested in doing the PvP. Definitely will try it. More interested in the New World videos I got lined up. Because one of them is PvE content, which is something they have been very shy about.
they have been for sure. Which is funny
Although I
'cause they
talked
had
to
that beta.
I talked to somebody recently who played it, and they said they
Okay,
played
so
the
Brandon,
PvE
we just
content, and they
saw
said it was
that each
fine.
different Ridden,
That's not
has
exciting,
their own
but they said it was
variants as well
fine.
as
I said
their
it
own
didn't-
mutations on each
I thought you played the beta
variant.
as well.
Can you expand a little more
New
on these
World?
special abilities and how
Am
they
I
work?
Sure.
just
So
completely
at the start
wrong
of
on
each
that?
round,
No, I thought you
players
did.
can choose
Okay,
between
yeah.
9 playable
Yeah, the
characters
the
with
PvE
their
was
own
fine.
unique abilities.
I've
For
never
example,
played
the
New World.
Stalker can bounce a player
I mean, it's nothing.
eliminated from the team,
Here's the thing:
or
like
an
the
exploder
leveling
can
experience in
time the
MMOs is
detonation in the
pretty
middle
much the
of
same.
cleaners,
Like,
doing them all in separate
It could get better. Somebody will do
Now,
it.
knowing that each Ridden has these different abilities, how do they change?
Although I think ESO does a good job
throughout,
on
a
making the
match
leveling
and
process
improve the Ridden's chance of winning?
interesting.
So as the Ridden battle against the cleaners, they gain points. They can spend these points on team-wide upgrades called mutations. Mutations upgrade and improve a lot of different things on the Ridden side, from adding effects to their abilities. They might buff the common AI waves in size and strength. So the really cool thing is so they affect the whole team, and they persist between rounds. So as a ridden team starts to coordinate their upgrades, things can get pretty wild.
Presentation's not very good.
What are some strategies
It's
that
awkward.
the ridden team can take on in order
Naomi
to
Cowell
play out?
looks like she lives down there.
If the cleaners are really sticking together, you can swap to the wretch and vomit on their location. That's going to cause them to spread out, right? This is going to open up a whole bunch of opportunities for your other ridden players to attack, right? So if you get them to spread out,
seems like it
stop
would have
them
been
nearby,
better
stop
suited
them
for, like, a
chaos,
dev
grab one
talk.
of the cleaners,
Yeah.
and
Than
drag them off
a
into the swarm. The wretch and
kind
vomit
of presentation,
also slows
I
their
guess?
victims, so if a tall boy who's naturally pretty slow,
Yeah, I don't think they're doing a good job as
attack one of those slow
presenting the
characters,
game
they'll
and,
really be able
and
to
doing it in a way that's
Another good
engaging.
one is
Yeah.
if a exploder waits for a cleaner to go revive
This
his
feels more
friend,
like you went up to a
use that
booth
as
and the
an
guy's just like,
opportunity
yeah,
to charge
PvP,
in
and just kind of
and
like
get
telling you
on
about
that,
stuff
sending
about
them
it.
flying and doing a massive amount of damage.
Ooh, sounds pretty brutal. So, with that being said, which
Sounds
is your
pretty
favorite ridden
brutal.
That has to be the tall boy. It's pretty easy to pick up and play, and I have a lot of fun hitting cleaners across the map.
Speaking of fun, let's talk about weapons. Now, throughout the trailers,
I think the other part that sucks about it is it's very, like, it feels very scripted, so.
Yeah.
So
It also feels
really
awkward.
wanted to expand on the amount of choices the player had in Back4Blood with their
It feels,
weapons. Of course, there's handguns,
she's kind of
shotguns,
weird, he's kind of
RPGs,
weird, so they're not really like
sniper
talking
rifles,
to each other in a way that's like,
weapons, each with
and
a
it's
sort of like a
scripted, but at the same
unique
time,
character feel to them.
I don't know.
Now, how deep
I don't know.
does this weapon customization
It's not good.
go?
Yeah,
I
for
really
sure.
want to know. What are some of the different
Okay, so
options and how
you
do
missed
can
us
play out?
reacting to
Absolutely.
Palworld,
There's a lot of
so you're
different,
definitely gonna want to go back and
customization
watch that.
for your weapons. So throughout the
You may
world,
be
you can find
surprised at who
scopes,
was the most excited for it.
silencers, stocks,
Um,
sights, all that good stuff. You can mix and match them. So there's
And what else? Do we watch anything
Last
else? No,
question.
this.
Do you have a favorite type of weapon?
Yeah, this is video
Absolutely.
too.
So as I said earlier,
Yeah.
I really
So,
enjoyed
anyway, we
long
watched
sniper
Palworld.
shotguns.
Thank you for suggesting that. And then we're watching this, and then we
All
got
right,
New
we've
World
learned a little bit about how
next,
it
and
all
then
works,
Square
the
Enix
cleaners,
presents.
the ridden, the
And of course, anybody
mutations,
watching
as
this
well
right
as
now,
how
maybe,
customization
or
for weapons.
well, not
Thank
right
you
now,
so
but right
much for
now,
taking me
after the
through
fact, if you're watching this after
a little
we've
bit
already
more
done the stream,
detail on
you can skip
Back4Blood's
forward to the Square
PVP
Enix
mode
part
Swarm.
if you're not into
I can't wait
this
for everyone to
bunker
get their
talk.
hands on this game. We're all really excited.
I can't wait either. The good news
Yeah, I
is
literally
that
said,
you guys
hopefully
will
he's
have
here,
to
and
wait
you
for
weren't. I
the
was like, ah,
open
shit.
beta
But it was
coming
already
up
up, so we had to
on
do it.
August 12th with an early access portion on August.
Okay. I mean, what would we think of that? I think that was actually a pretty bad presentation. It's hard
Presentation
for me
yeah.
to pay attention.
I'll say presentation wise, it was big meh.
Big man.
Otherwise, I mean, it showed some gameplay loops, which was nice. I do think the game, though it has a very like kind of like I feel bad for saying it this way, but like simple look to it. I don't know how else to word it, but it still looks like it's going to be a good and fun game.
Yeah.
Like the emphasis obviously isn't on like these crazy textures on everything as much as like, you know, like the effects that are going on, the mass things on the screen, jibbing parts, stuff like that. So like it definitely just looks like something that's going to be fun to play. I still personally want to hear more about the actual part of the game I want to buy though, because right now, as much as I'm interested, I'm not like sold yet.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I'm completely sold. I'm going to pick this game up anyway. But as for what they showed off, I guess they're just confirming PvP. I barely could pay attention to what they were talking about because the format was kind of lame. The video, I don't think, did a good job at really kind of making it exciting. The audio was super fucking low. And, yeah, I feel like I just kind of wasted my time. Especially with the game I'm already going to buy. So I was just kind of like, whatever. I'm going to buy the game anyway. So
yeah,
it's just didn't do much for me. So
should have just had it during the Xbox conference.
yeah, for sure. I don't know why they did a whole little. It was so fucking low effort too. Like they got a background set. They didn't really do much with it, and then just kind of hanging out.
The positive aspect of that though is we didn't get like a half-hour showcase that was like this. It was literally just like 9 minutes, you're done. Like so.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. All right, we're about to move on to New World. Thankfully, let's see. I'm guessing, Chris, you're guessing you should just go watch it when you can, the VOD, but you're not correct. I think Chris was least excited. Lol, very much so. It's like B-rated movie. I couldn't keep focused. Wasn't too impressed here. Looks fun. Wasn't fun to watch though. Agreed 100%. That's the thing that was conflicting for me. Is I was like, dude, this is fucking. I can't watch this shit, but this is a game I'm gonna play anyway. So, oh well. Moving on. With my life, we have New World Expeditions 101. Don't know much about this, but I'm excited to see it because I've been wanting to get hyped for this game and be optimistic for it because the prospect of a new MMO, of course, is very exciting. So before we watch this, do you have anything you want to say?
I hope to be interested. The beta was okay, but not enough to make me want to buy the game. And
I think it's probably come a long way since you played it, though.
Well, I hope so, because I've been super quiet about it. Which brings me to the other negative point, though, is when they did start talking about it, they started talking about monetization stuff, which has upset a lot of people.
Yeah,
so
it doesn't sound good.
I actually am. I just really want them to bring it, because right now the game's not in a good hype spot, and they have all the reasons to have a successful game right now. There's no new cutting edge MMO out there.
Yeah, exactly.
And
they have no competition. Yeah.
You could be that one. So.
Yeah. And across the board, the hype factor of it has been pretty much like, it's a new MMO. I'm gonna check it out. I know somebody who played it who really dug it, but even they didn't sound super excited about it. But they said they liked it. That's good to hear. So yeah, we need something. We need something to get people going. Holy shit! I need to play that shit. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
So hopefully this will kind of charge them batteries, baby.
Yeah.
Real quick, let's see. Jeremy says, I'm so happy you can play as the zombies in Back4Blood. Loved that feature in Left 4 Dead. Yeah, me too. And I'm glad, like, literally, this is just a new Left 4 Dead with new characters and new types of monsters, because they don't own the rights to the other ones. So they're literally just kind of bringing everything over. And it's nice, because we didn't get that through Valve. So
yeah.
I did tell recently that Steam's owned by Valve, and they're like, what? I was like, Paul. I just brought up that they don't make games anymore. They make sure Steam's good. And he's like, what about Steam? And I'm like, Valve owns Steam. He's like, what? They own Steam? I'm like,
I feel like if you're not a PC gamer, though, that's pretty easy to not know.
Well, I'm not judging him on it. I just thought it was interesting.
Well, I'm just thinking, like, because that's pretty obvious, obviously, for, wow, we're probably bad examples.
Sure, yeah. I'm listening to everything except for Palworld, and then when I hear about it, I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, that was a surprise for sure.
That was out of left field for me. I thought it was going to be like a joke cartoon video.
But yeah, thinking about it, that'd be a pretty easy one to not know if you're a console gamer. So.
Yeah. All right, ready to watch this? Watch this?
Yeah.
Watch this? All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Audio should be better, hopefully. It's looking better graphically.
Yeah.
Welcome to Expeditions. 5-player dungeon crawls that will take you deep into the darkest and most perilous recesses of Eternum. In Expeditions, you'll face unique and challenging foes, solve elaborate riddles and puzzles, and discover rare and powerful items that will aid you in your journey through Eternum.
Sick.
Today we'll be taking a look at the Lazarus Instrumentality,
That's nice.
an expansive subterranean ruin filled with ancient secrets, where something stirs deep in the dungeon's heart. As you coordinate your team to tackle the expedition, you'll want to remember a few key factors. Expeditions are meant to be some of the most challenging missions in New World.
Just went straight to the UI.
Make sure your team is properly outfitted with potions, tinctures, coatings, and ammunition.
And tinctures.
The wisest adventurers will also make sure to strategize team roles, with players designating healer, tank, and DPS responsibilities accordingly.
Where you're aiming.
With your preparations complete and your team assembled, it's time to descend into the Lazarus Instrumentality. Enemies and expeditions will be plentiful. In this mission, you'll be facing a variety of ancient foes. Ancients wield powerful magical attacks and can switch from close range to ranged combat in an instant. As you progress further into the level, you'll come across puzzles that will test your wit as well as your fighting prowess. For example, this glyph puzzle will require your team to seal a network of doors by triggering a series of switches etched upon the dungeon floor. Each expedition is filled with unique lore that will help you achieve a deeper and more nuanced understanding about the history of Eternum, the secrets of the island, the true nature of Azoth, and the truth behind what happened to the ancients. You'll also occasionally encounter unique NPCs in expeditions. Here, Scylla has a task for our adventurers. While some of these characters have good intentions, there are also those who only wish to stifle your party's progress.
Yeah, say the visual stuff's great.
And while no expedition is complete without a boss encounter, It turns out
Yeah.
Scylla was only the gatekeeper for an even more dangerous and
I
mighty
mean, I'm gonna
foe.
play this no matter what. I wanna support new MMO. I wanna try it, but
Well, I mean, I'll definitely be trying it as well.
Well, we'd
Yeah,
love to show
'cause
you
I-
more.
I
We
definitely
think the best way to experience an
am a guy,
expedition is
but-
to play it yourself. The
with
Lazarus
people is gonna be fun.
Instrumentality is
Yeah.
but one of the many epic and challenging expeditions available on Eternum.
I'm very happy to see PvE content.
We can't wait
That's
for you
something
to
they've
discover
been
them
very
along with the
hush-hush
countless
about,
other
for sure.
adventures
They've
available
talked
to you
about
in
it,
New
they haven't
World.
really shown a whole lot.
New World releases August 31st,
Does it?
2021, with
Is
the
it
closed
actually
beta
coming
beginning
out?
on July 20th. Make sure to follow us on Twitter for the latest updates and news about the game.
It's
and we
otherwise
can't
coming
wait
along.
to see you on Eternum
sure.
later this summer.
And before we talk about that, we have a second video we're gonna watch. This is New World touring Eternum, Reekwater. So I think this is a location in the game. Just curious more so about things that aren't just the PvP stuff, because it's stuff they've really fucking pushed on. And you know, if you're into that, you're cool. If you're not, whatever. But you know, if they have other content, they're not really touching on. So
For sure. And these zone tours are important anyways, because you're going to be spending time in these areas. So
yep. We got a comment. Psycho says, quite mediocre looking. I think certain things look really good on it, and certain things do look mediocre. So I agree to a certain extent. But some of the stuff's pretty fresh looking. I think the dungeon design looked pretty cool. I think they said random NPCs show up in dungeons. I think that's kind of a cool idea, because that's not something I'm used to in an MMO.
For sure.
Having that randomness to it. So, all right, let's watch this.
Today we travel to the boggy swamps of Reekwater, a lonely place haunted by treachery and death, and named for its pervasive, sickeningly
Strange
sweet
Brigade.
stench. Entering Reekwater from the west, you will stumble into Mosswater Bog, a dark, dank fishing village, home to some of the most
it's dank.
bloodthirsty lost in Eternum.
That's a dank-ass
Inexperienced
place.
travelers accidentally
That was a
crossing from
dank-ass beard
Windswood
that guy's
should
got.
tread carefully, as these restless souls will tear an unwary wanderer limb from limb. Head further east,
As you
and you'll
kill, like,
arrive at the
500 of them.
region's main settlement, Reekwater Hamlet. Those that have taken up
the
residence in the
environment looks pretty
region
good.
have built their homes high in
Look at all the
twisting
moving
trees
stuff, like it's an
and branches.
MMO, so,
and
like-
you'll need to keep
Oh,
a
for
close
sure.
eye on your map
detail
if you
stuff is
want to
good.
safely
my
navigate
complaint
this
is
labyrinth.
it's not the game. in
Take
this
some
case.
respite from
I
the
wish
harsh
it
wastelands.
wasn't talking. I
at
wish
the
it was
inn.
just showing the
Craft yourself some strong gear at the tool stations, and when you're ready, head over to the town hall to see how you can help out. Headman Onizaka is desperately seeking assistance for dealing with the Siren Queen, thought
Look
to
at
be
that guy.
the source of Reekwater's unrelenting haunts. You should give Onizaka's proposal some serious consideration before setting out, however. The Siren Queen has set up her throne in the spire of Melpomene, and you'll have to wade through an army of lost to reach her. To the south of the region, you'll find Reekwater Fort, one of the most imposing
Great commentary
and
not needed.
well-protected structures across
I don't
Eternum.
mind it personally,
Turrets
but
line
yeah, it's
almost
not
every
adding
wall of this place,
much to
and
it.
invading forces will need to make use of the
Because it's an
plentiful
MMO, and
cover
he's like
if they
talking
want
about
to
like
get
you're gonna be
within
playing a
shooting
game where there's
distance
like a
of
lot
it.
of dynamic
But the rear
situations
of the
happening and
fort
shit.
appears
It's
to
like-
have a few weak points
just
that
the
could
zone.
be
You gotta run through, you're
exploited
gonna
by
quest or
some
leave it.
intrepid attackers. If you're traveling the north of Reekwater Hamlet, look out for the Eternal Pools. This area is home to some awe-inspiring architecture, along with an army of dryads who will stop at nothing to keep you out.
Interesting take on dryads.
Approach
Yeah.
the Eternal Pools from the south, and you'll find what our explorers have called the Lazarus Instrumentality Expedition. You'll need to gather a strong party of warriors
Which
to
is
take
what we
this
just
on,
watched,
but
the
the
dungeon.
treasures that lie beyond its gates will surely be worth your efforts. Evil spirits may dominate much of Reekwater, but its wildlife can be just as lethal. To the south, you'll find Lush Wilds, home to a bounty of wildlife.
Thought that
Be
duck's name
particularly
was Lush
cautious
Wilds.
of
I'm
the
like, that's a
Myrmidons,
fucking sick
which will
name.
chase you to the ends of the earth to take you down. Even the goats here can
Go
become
boy.
exceptionally violent when provoked.
I'll fucking go up. Oh shit.
It's not
Is
all
that Ghost of
death and
Minecraft?
dryads, however. Explorers in search of something even more exotic should search Lambent Muscat,
Avatar.
an otherworldly oasis with luminous
This is that
flora
new
and
Avatar
fauna,
game.
most of which
With
once
Last of Us
dead.
character
Clickers.
monsters, yeah. I think it's cool looking.
Yeah.
But the true treasures of Reekwater
Though we
lie
just
in its
saw a
vast
cooler one in
rivers,
Elden
swamps,
Ring,
and
so-
beaches,
Yeah.
where the bravest of fishers have found treasures incomparable to the rest of Eternum. Grandmaster Fisher Machera may be able to tell you more if you can convince him that you're worthy of his time.
Sporrager.
And if you do find yourself in
Sporrager.
search of fish, bring a
Sporgar.
sturdy pair of boots.
Wow.
There's no
don't
doubt
fucking know.
that
I don't know
Reekwater
anything.
holds some of the
Don't ask me.
harshest country in all of Eternum. But for those willing to wade through the swamps
bust into another
and
energy drink. What do you
dryads,
say?
there are plentiful treasures to get
crazy.
your hands on.
3 a.m.
Rare
Yeah,
plants
okay,
to
I
harvest,
thought it was wild.
and
I just
plentiful
haven't
fishing
played in
spots
so
to
long.
cast your line at. You certainly won't go empty-handed, if you're ever able to leave, that is.
All right. Impressions before we jump into the main event.
It's a good looking game, 100%. I do appreciate that they put the work into making the zones interesting. That is definitely very important. I'm worried about the combat because I didn't really like it. It was serviceable, like it does was like basic functions just fine in the beta. But for what they've shown now, it doesn't look like it's come very far. And having 3 hotkeys is a little concerning. I
saw that, yeah.
yeah, as much as like
Very action centric.
I enjoy like a lot of the features, and I'm not trying to like say anything negative about ESO, but like a lot of the things in ESO that I do like. I think the combat is probably the weakest part for me in that game. This is kind of giving me the same vibe where like I'm going to enjoy everything about it, but the combat's just going to like be okay for me. So I hope I'm wrong. But,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna play it because I like we said earlier. Like I definitely, I want to try pretty much any MMO that comes out.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I was like that back in like the heyday where it was like MMOs coming out every 5 seconds. I was trying them all out, but like now that we have none, I'm like, wait, there's one coming out.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely want to check that out. I don't know. I'm pretty happy with what they showed off. The environments I think look pretty detailed. I think they look interesting. Nothing, crazy, insane, cool looking, but they're good looking. I think the detail's good. Not that guy though. His face looks free to play. But the dungeons I think look fun. They sound fun. I like that there's like a dynamic random element to it. That's something that I'd like to see more people maybe experiment with when you're repeating dungeons over and over again.
for sure.
That's one little thing about like PSO that was kind of cool, and PSU is like there's random like monster types that showed up sometimes. So when you're doing an area you've already done before, you run into something like, oh shit, there's that thing, and you go kill
PSO
it.
2 is really good about that.
Yeah. They all have that kind of thing going on, which is pretty cool. But I'm just glad that we're seeing more of the live-in content outside the PvP. Because the PvP is action, you're going to be playing it and fighting against people and stuff like that. But the parts where you're going to be like wandering around, exploring, questing, doing dungeons with your friends, stuff like that, the stuff that's going to be a little more slower paced, I guess. I'm glad that they're showing that off.
Yes.
And it is looking... I mean, it's looking like a fucking MMO. I don't think anything really looks weak about it. It looks good. It looks graphically good for an MMO. It's detailed. It's the enemy design I think is interesting enough. I think the environments are cool looking. Combat, I don't think it looks bad, but I'm not stoked about it.
Yeah. That I was trying to be careful with that because I don't think it looks bad. I just don't think it's exciting.
I'll say it without sounding too. This is gonna sound bad no matter what, but it looks acceptable.
Yeah.
For me, and I hope it's better than that. I've
Agreed.
set myself up at a point where if it's even like slightly better than acceptable, I'm gonna be happy.
Exactly.
So perfect.
Exactly.
I also like that it has wildlife. I mean, it's essentially just enemy types walking on the map, but I like that they're separating that there's like monster types and just animal types like that. So kind of gives it more of a natural living quality to it. But overall, I like what I'm seeing. And this is the content I want to see personally, because they were just for a long time just showing off PvP, which I definitely will play. The game looks like it's going to be great for PvP because of its combat.
Well, it's also super important too because even in the current MMO landscape, I think there's only really 2 that really like do PvP. So
Guild Wars 2.
and WoW.
Yeah.
That's it.
I have not tried ESO's PvP. I need to try it. That's like the one thing I haven't tried yet.
But no one talks about it. That's kind of the thing. So
Yeah, people talk about the housing, people talk about the combat, people talk about the lore of ESO,
Sure.
but I never hear anyone talk about PvP.
and that's my whole point is like, if they can be a strong PvP game, even if it's not for me at that point, I'm gonna like celebrate that because they don't exist really. So.
For sure. Yeah, there needs to be an MMO that there's a whole group of people out there who loves PvP and MMOs, and there's not really much MMOs that are catering to them, and it's tricky because there's a balance. You can't. It's hard to make just a straight up PvP MMO because you're gonna lose a lot of MMO players in general who are not interested in PvP at all. They're not gonna want to play it. So it's kind of tricky, and I think there's more of them than there is, or people like me who will do both, but I'll lean closer to a PvE MMO than a PvP one. I think it's smarter to do both. So, but it would be nice to see somebody put the kind of work that WoW has put into it, that Guild Wars has put into their PvP, to make it feel like a more substantive part of the game, not just some kind of offshoot that you can do.
Right.
With some rewards, maybe. Some MMOs don't really do much rewards at all. It's just like, yeah, you can fight each other. It's like, okay, but like, give me shit to fucking work towards. Let's see. Commentary side, this looks a lot better than the dungeon crawl shown before. Interesting, yeah. I think it looked pretty good too. I liked the dungeon though, but yeah, the Mushroom Peoples in Zangar Marsh. I don't know what that is. This has me more excited for this game than I have been recently. I mean, I pretty much agree with you because I'm seeing the content that I've been wanting to see. This video is not loading. Let's see. What game is this? This is New World. It's a new MMO coming out through Amazon, I think in August or something. I think it depends. I hear a lot about the PvP, but that's content I'm interested in. Well, I think they've just been showing a lot of PvP content in general, so it's kind of working for you, which is good. But for a lot of people I know who are into the PvP or PvE aspects, I don't think they're getting enough of this, but we're getting it. But I think this is the thing they got delayed for. I think they really needed to work on the PvE stuff, and I think now they're feeling comfortable enough to maybe show it.
Yeah, I think she's talking about ESO.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Okay, that makes complete sense.
I follow a lot of MMO stuff, and the only thing I ever hear about ESO all the time is pretty much housing.
Yeah,
it's like this shining point.
Yeah, so. I've never heard anyone talk about the PvP, but I'm also not actively looking for it.
It's true.
But when I watched videos before I started getting into ESO, I'm like, is ESO worth playing in 2021? Nobody talked about the PvP. They said that it had it, but like people would always bring up like housing's the best in any MMO. If you're a lore nut, you're gonna fucking love all the story here
for sure.
And then combat, people always said was hit or miss. You're either gonna like it or you're not because it is more action centric, although it is absolutely still MMO like. I think it does a better job than Terra ever did, but fucking because it does feel still more action centric and not just like a mirage of action that's just macros. I don't hear a lot about the housing. Oh yeah, I hear about that all the time. It's pretty well known when it comes to MMOs as like great for its housing. I know that exists.
I think it's it like and was the original Star Wars MMO that people liked.
Yeah, because you could literally build settlements. And shit.
That one got praised for housing too.
Yeah.
So.
But that game is, I think, gone. Galaxies. Star Wars Galaxies?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Danny used to play that. Way back in the day. Damn, I missed so much. I played the beta they had, and actually enjoyed it. Hated that you had to walk everywhere. They need mounts desperately. Here's the funny thing. Games that reject mounts always add them. They always do. Like, they always add mounts. Guild Wars 2 was like, no mounts. We're not going to make mounts. You got fast travel. There's no reason for mounts. Now there's mounts. And they're actually awesome mounts because they're like, almost like if you're playing a platformer, it's like different characters with different abilities. That's how the mounts are. It's a really cool system. And then, I think when ESO came out, I don't think it had mounts. Or it might have had very minimal mounts. I don't know. I don't remember a whole lot of mounts before. Probably had them. I don't know. But they're plentiful now. So... and it's got a cool system, I think. It's kind of interesting. You have to kind of earn your mount being good. But yeah, all in all, cool stuff. I definitely will be picking this up, just like the last game I said. Like, I'm picking it up anyway, so just want to see what's going on with it. Anything else you want to say before we jump into this? Because we got to hop into this.
Yeah, the only thing I wanted to add is the MMO, or not MMO, the mount thing is it seems silly to not add them because a huge part of MMOs is collecting things.
Yep.
So
Yeah, and it's one less thing to collect.
it's like the thing people collect, that and minions or pets, depending on the game.
I think it's that thing where people are like, people want to sit in the game. Yeah, people like functionality.
wanna
They like
hang out.
things to do. They
Yeah.
like stuff to interact with. And like, yeah, of course you could run fast. Maybe you can add stuff in the game that makes you run faster. Maybe there's fast travel. I fucking hate fast travel. But collecting an animal to ride and go with the rest of your aesthetic is way fucking more interesting. Infinitely.
Yeah.
It'll be perfect for their cash shop. Yeah, exactly. We'll leave it there. All right. Moving forward, if of course you guys have anything to say on New World, please comment below and in chat. But this is the piece de resistance. Square Enix presents E3 2021. We're going to watch this. Hopefully there's some big bangers here, and then we'll discuss it. Anything you want to say going into this? Anything you're looking forward to? We already kind of talked about that a little bit, but...
So what I expect to see, I expect to see the Endwalker trailer. I expect for them to show the Western audience more formally about Dragon Quest's announcement.
That'd be sick. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, they did the event, but it was very Japanese heavy.
Yeah, it was very Japanese heavy. Them Japanese.
I mean, it was a global live stream, but and it had like active like a translator and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the format was not really for us. So, so hopefully, yeah, something in regards of like
Yeah, I was actually going to react to it, but then I watched some of it and I was like, I don't know if this is going to be good to react to. I'll wait till there's more stuff.
Yeah, it was a little rough. Fortunately, it was short, and they did actually like 6 different Dragon Quest announcents within that little window, which was kind of crazy. So hopefully we see some of that here presented in a way that works, more for this format. Final Fantasy 16, I'd love to see a release date, but at least some gameplay and whatever hidden projects that they haven't shown yet. So
Yeah, I want to see 16. I want to see the fabled Team Ninja game. A Final Fantasy Tactics announcement would be sick, but I don't think it's going to happen. I'm with you. A front mission would be great, but that's not going to happen.
not happening.
Yes, I have something I want to say. Love you guys. Thank you very much. It's appreciated. We love you too. Yeah, let's see. Dragon Quest stuff would be great. I don't know if we're going to see that. I honestly don't think we will, but it'd be great if we did. It sounded like the newest Dragon Quest is still in early development.
Yeah, it's announced.
Yeah.
They are making an offline version of 10, though. So it'd be cool to get a Western release for that. 10's an MMO.
Oh, yeah, 10. Yeah, I forgot. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Okay. That makes complete sense. I was like, it's all offline. That'd be cool, though. Is it... I thought they were going to release that in capacity you could play with people. Okay, well, fuck me. I don't know anything. Yeah, 16. I already said that. What else? Endwalker. We've already seen that, but it'll be cool to see again. Parasite Eve. That's not going to happen. Yeah, I don't know.
It'd be cool. If they revisit any old IP, I'll be kind of happy. So
Yeah. I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. Fucking keep these guys entertained real fast, and I'll be right...
You guys keep me entertained.
Right back. We'll get this started.
Yeah. Anything you guys looking forward to? Or are you just like, yeah, fuck it, I don't really like this stuff? I know I had someone ask me before if I thought they were going to show off more Final Fantasy 14 stuff, and I really doubt it since they just did FanFest, and it would be really weird for them to do additional announcements outside of like a personal festival they have for their community. So I think at most we'll just see a trailer for that. I think 16 is pretty much the big one for most people, though, just because they've not really talked on it too much. I'm trying to think of what else they could even have. I don't know, because they recently had such a rapid release schedule, so they're kind of out of things that people know about.
Feel like a whole new man. All right. What I missed? Nothing. Excited for Asmongold trying out Final Fantasy 14. Lol. Yeah, if it ever happens, the amount of drama I keep hearing about that which is just funny because like I don't give a fuck about streamer shit and streamer drama and shit in the community. So like I'm just hearing about it, like just play the fucking game.
You know what's
dude.
really funny? The last video he popped out when he was talking about it a little more openly. He was getting like almost no negative feedback that time. So
Dude, people who actually give a fuck are just loud.
Agreed. He's a dude who wants
And
to
they're
play a video
dorks.
game. Let him play a video game.
Yeah, they're fucking nerds.
I don't play Final Fantasy 14 or WoW. Huh?
It's politics, baby. Maybe re-show of the Legends of Mana re-release. Probably, we'll see that. Are we ready to watch this?
Yeah.
All right. Very excited. Going into this, you saw anything? You said you saw something?
No.
No?
I almost saw something.
Okay.
Almost.
Me neither. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1, go.
No Peggy 18 or whatever?
Nope.
16, whatever.
Good afternoon, everyone.
an adult.
It's Matt Mercer here, and I'm back as your host of Square Enix Presents.
How's the audio?
Today, we have a special
Sounds
E3
good.
edition of the show for you, with new game announcements, updates,
I could probably
and
turn something
exciting
up, but
news from our
seems like it's
studios
kinda
across
quiet.
the globe. So let's kick off with the world premiere of a brand new game from IDOS Montreal. We hope you enjoy the show.
Oh yeah, Nidos. We didn't.
Oh, yeah.
They exist. They're
Yeah.
gonna be here.
Yeah, I forgot.
I am so proud of you. Do you know what a birthright is, Peter?
Outriders. More WoW people are trying to
Starting
find
Sky.
so negative.
Like your name.
Is less prevalent in regards to it.
Gardeners of the
Yeah.
Galaxy?
What? No,
Oh,
Rocky.
can you
So
shut
I
that
let
window?
Groot fill out the
There's
Or
a-
at least crack it.
I'd say it definitely.
So we got fined.
We appear to be 6,963 units short.
Yeah.
I know, we clearly need a
So is this
plan.
like an addon to?
I was gonna say more content for that Marvel game.
Yeah. Or is it a standalone? Because it's got that weird like B-rated looking Marvel.
Yeah, they don't look correct.
Yeah. They really are trying hard to make sure they don't look anything like the Marvel equivalent, the movies. But they're definitely taking the tone.
No! We disrobe!
Keep your pants on.
Oh yeah, the negativity thing though. The one thing I keep seeing people say who are actually having a conversation instead of just being
We're
in
all
their camp and
professionals here,
playing
right?
with the other one
Maybe
is
we can work something out.
both games need to be good for them to continue
had
being
one
good.
cop, Will.
Because
I did
when you're the only
exactly
one who's
what?
good, you become complacent and become bad. So
The more no-killing teammates. That's who. It's literally in your contract.
It's just people who are fans of WoW being upset that somebody that they look to as like the WoW guy in their mind is abandoning WoW, and so politically it looks bad.
well, there's also the
it's- and
gatekeepers in 14. Like they don't want WoW people in their game.
But
or
none
whatever.
of that matters. It's all stupid shit.
Agreed. 100%.
If you're interacting with that stuff and you're worried about it, you're worrying about real dumb shit. 14 does well, and people who are prominent in WoW are going over to play the 14. WoW might, second guess some shit, work on the game, make it better, fucking abandon it, make a new MMO.
Speaking of abandonment, this is a different game.
Yeah, so standalone.
Hi, my name is Olivier Prou, senior producer
Oh, yeah,
here at
finish what I
IDOS
was saying.
Montreal. For the
I don't know,
past
we should
few
probably hop
years,
off
we've
that
had
topic.
the privilege
No, I
to work
say
on
speaking
our
of
version
abandonment, I
of
think
Marvel's
they
Guardians
need to
of the
abandon
Galaxy
making this
and
damn
reimagine
Marvel.
it into a single-player,
Oh, that's never gonna
story-driven,
happen.
third-person action adventure.
Gen
game.
Z thinks fucking
It's
the
our
Marvel
own
movies
fresh
are
take
masterpieces.
on the Guardians, and something that's really unique to our game is that you get to be Peter Quill. As Star-Lord, you're constantly in the middle
This
of
is
the
right up
action
his alley.
as you
As
try
the
to
resident
lead
person who
this
played
band of misfits.
the Marvel
one
game.
guy.
But today, I'm really excited
I
to
got none of
have
them look
all
the
of
same
you
except
join
for,
us on this journey, and you'll hear more about the game from our team
Grogu?
behind this project.
Right, let's do this.
I've always loved
Groot,
Marvel's
yeah.
cosmic characters.
I like how their
growing up as
design
a
of
kid,
Groot
I read
looks
them,
so
enjoyed them,
similar
loved
to
them. I
everything else,
had
but
the
nothing else
opportunity
does.
to write for Marvel on some of their cosmic titles. I went back with the help of Bill Roseman, the editor, and kind of cherry-picked
What a missed
characters from Marvel's past.
Well, they tried with the other game, and then no one gave a fuck.
To make it all underdogs,
weird
so
that no
that
one's
the reader
complaining
would
about
think,
how
"Oh my
they
gosh,
don't
how is
look
this team
like
going to
their
survive?"
and that became the Guardians of the Galaxy comic, which we loved working on.
I remember the first time that the Marvel crew came to Montreal, we were showing them the design of the characters, how they would look, and they stayed silent. I don't know if it's a minute, but in my head, it was a minute. I was like, oh my God, like they hate it.
We realized how much that Marvel and Eidos Montreal share and have in common, and that we knew the Guardians were in perfect hands.
Looking at the samples that Eidos were kind enough to show me, I think he's fantastic and absolutely in the spirit of what these characters are.
What makes the gameplay experience unique to me is no matter in what phase of the game you are, whether you're in exploration or you're fighting, the Guardians are constantly around you and you never feel alone. While you're the leader, the Guardians will also challenge you and make decisions of their own, and you will have to adapt to it.
You are literally part of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
The decisions you'll make will have lighthearted to haunting repercussions, and the game will react to what you do and say.
Gamora, no killing teammates!
That's part of
it's
that
literally
anymore,
in your contract! I made no such commitments.
No, IO.
You are playing as Star-Lord and you're using your blasters and you're using your jet boots.
Star-Lord is really empowering. He's very agile on the battlefield. He can slide and over with his jet boots.
This doesn't do much for me. If you're into Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm happy for you. If this looks interesting, it looks a lot like the Avengers game to me.
He can use the unique abilities of his
looks
Guardians.
almost exact same. Gameplay looks
We're legally incorporated
average.
heroes for hire.
Gardeners of the
hopefully
Galaxy.
the writing's good.
What? No.
The story is about a group of misfits, the Guardians. In our world, they've been together
is that
for
they took
less
the
than a
engine they
year.
already had made for the last game,
create
and
something on a small scale that looks insignificant. And as they progress through the story, they discover that they created something really big that
Except for it'd be
threatens the
kind of cool if they
galaxy.
made an expansion
There are a
for the
lot
last
of
game and made people
very
buy the last
interesting
game, so
villains in the
they have
Marvel
to completely abandon
franchise.
it.
And when you're starting to work on
They
a
look
story
way
like this,
alike
you get to get your
comic
pick
book that's
of
awesome,
which
Blonde
ones will
Quill
make
and
the
Rocket have a
best for this
beard,
story.
love it.
That gives us the opportunity
Yeah,
to bring
when
in
they're showing
some
the
that are
comics,
well
it
known,
did
but
it did
some
look like
that
what they were
are
showing
also
with
not all that well known.
covers to them.
What Eidos is getting so right about them is capturing what it's like to be a misfit family. They're also bringing
It was really the Avengers game that I think was like the one that looked really different than anything. They didn't look like
Interpreting
the
it in
movies,
its own
they
way,
didn't
I
look like
think
the
makes it
comics.
feel incredibly fresh and exciting.
I hate that
it's
you
not a
can
matter
only
of trying
play
to
as
replicate the
Star-Lord. His
comic
combat
or trying
doesn't
to
look all
replicate
that
the film.
fun to me.
It's
Would
trying to
rather
take
play
the
as
medium you're
anybody
working
else
in
on the
and make the
team.
best version
Yeah, it's
of
interesting
Guardians
because it
out
just
of
looks like
that.
a shooter.
They made it fun. They made it rock and roll. They delivered everything you would want in a Guardians game.
Yeah, really good short.
Are we not getting all of the chat?
37 units? We appear to be
Why?
6,963
Was he talking to himself?
units short.
We intend to keep our ship, Peter
Quill.
I know.
Sure, but I don't see the one talking. That's why.
Need a plan.
What about selling Gamora's crap?
What?
Oh, come on. You've been hoarding them stupid knickknacks ever since you first joined us. I mean,
I'm not
don't
impressed
tell me
with the
they ain't
graphics
worth
of
nothing.
it. The mouth doesn't look like they line up with the
My
voice acting.
figurines are not knickknacks.
Yeah, I always kind of
Steve's in
hate that.
trouble, and you can't be bothered to make no sacrifice.
Sometimes that's just a straight file problem, though. Like the game's not loading it in sync too, so which isn't an excuse. But sometimes it's not even like what they intended.
You're out group for once.
You know, the only problem with your plan is that Lady Hellbender only buys monsters, and you are not a monster.
Groot, are you really offering to...
No, he is not offering that, okay?
It could work.
Sell Groot? I guess we could bust him out after.
Absurd. Lady Hellbender seeks the monster within. The small, ugly one is clearly the correct choice. He's cruel, sadistic, and his soul
He
is
did.
filthy, filled with
The
rage.
last
I
names
vote we
blurred
sell
together
Groot.
for me. I
I
said he had a
honestly
weird
think
angle
Lady
though.
Hellbender
He doesn't
will
pay
go for
attention.
Yeah, well, I vote for not Groot.
I also vote for the creepy little beast.
2 votes each. Peter?
I'm really loving what I see so far. I will play this for sure. So there's definitely a demographic
Well,
for it.
Rocket's definitely scarier on the inside.
He's unstable and vicious and totally oblivious to the needs of others.
Okay, we get it.
All right, let's do this. Let's go sell a monster.
Glad to hear that, because with the Avengers game, no one said that. So at least they did something.
That's not how women work.
Or weather.
We're flying the wrong way.
Nah, he's not flying at all.
Guys, relax. Just one minor adjustment.
I ever mentioned how much I hate rain?
Hellbender's castle isn't even that far.
That is not a castle. It is an impregnable fortress.
So how do we impregnate it?
Ask Peter!
Let's just get closer. We'll figure it out on the way.
And you get a coat that
There
says
is
Seth
nothing
on
to
the back.
figure out. As beast merchants, we will easily gain access to
Give him
Lady
credit for
Hellbender.
actually showing
Good.
gameplay.
We've already got a
Yeah,
beast.
for sure.
All that's left is the merchant part.
Good thing I put on my official merchant costume.
There is no such thing. Right?
The fact you ain't sure don't bode so good.
Whoa! That is some really crazy lightning out there. Never seen anything like it.
Meteorological suicide is what it is.
I feel like I would have considered trying this if you could play as the other teammates. Yeah, it's kind of surprising that you can't.
At least you got a jacket.
You have like
Some of
this
us are
wealth of
soaking here.
characters that have different abilities, and you're gonna play the guy who shoots.
We ain't seriously walking
DLC
through
later.
this. It'll take forever
True.
in this storm.
Stop complaining. The hardship
Maybe you
will
can play through the
strengthen
whole
your
game
spirit.
again as one of the
I
characters.
face more than enough hardship.
You gotta
Thank
pay
you
him for
very
it.
much.
You are welcome, Feeble One.
We got
This also allows them to tell a story in a more cinematic way if they only have to worry about you playing the one character. But I do agree it would be better if you could play this more. Because at this point it's just a third-person shooter.
Everyone okay?
It's clean looking though. It's pretty decent animation.
We should have
Minus
gone to Mach
some
before.
face stuff, but
I would be wary, Rodin.
You know what? I survived freaking Half-World. I think I'm scared of some little... Ah!
It's not alone. Get ready.
What are these things?
They are amorphous vermin.
Shoot first, questions later.
Drop them, Gamora!
This won't hurt much.
Smash them up, Drax!
Meet your maker. Steel boys enjoying this.
It is kind of cool though, like as a shooter, to like have teammates running around attacking stuff. That gives that an RPG vibe.
I would say it's kind of giving me Final Fantasy 15 vibes.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I am eager to experience Lady Hellbender's legendary menagerie.
Should we ask them for directions?
I'm thinking maybe they are directions.
Looks better, not just like visually, but looks
I'm
as a
not saying
game
it's an
better
arrow
than
with the word
Avengers though.
fortress on it.
Yeah.
It looks like a game I would
Statue
play
suggests
way
civilization.
over that
The only
game.
settlement I saw when we were topside.
It's Lady Hellbender's fortress.
Dead end. That's just great.
It's a retractable bridge. They used them at the prison I was in.
Too bad the controls are on the other side of the giant chasm.
What do you not have time to dawdle in
Let's
this
all
jungle?
get matching
Hurl the
coats
creature
with
over the
our
chasm
names
so you
on the
may
back
activate
and
the
TLG on the front left pocket. Let's 100% do that.
I don't want coats.
I'm so down.
Put me down.
So there's choices and situations, that's pretty cool.
What?
Drax,
Environments look
roll.
beautiful. All you
well.
can do is command them.
He'll land on his feet.
I want to play Rocket. Even if you could only switch in combat,
that
it would
only
be cool.
applies to
That's a good
cats.
point. You could totally do the same cinematic stuff
I am not
and just have combat where you switch around, and it would be essentially Final Fantasy 15. Yeah, they've already made that game. Not to say that's a bad thing, but it's doable.
Yeah.
There was a Star Ocean that did that, and I really enjoyed that game. Yeah, so it's definitely something they can do.
Thanks for the bridge, Rocket.
If you even think of pulling
I actually
that
spent a lot of time on this
Hear
game.
that?
That's interesting.
Guys.
Yeah, actually, and I have to give them a lot of credit for showing as much gameplay as they have, because a lot of people just show a cinematic thing and leave.
I feel like you could watch this and get a really good idea if you want to buy this or not.
For sure.
Like they're giving you all the info you need.
Yeah, if I was excited for the material, this would do a lot more for me.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, I don't really...
I'm
Marvel, dude.
I'm slowly. I'm slowly becoming kind of. I'm not sold on it, but I am kind of. I would probably. I'm now deciding I would play this game.
Yeah.
Just because it's a shooter, and it almost has some Vanquish shit going on too. It's like sliding on and stuff.
Sadly, I think I'd be more excited if it was original characters outside of characters, which is not fair, to be honest. Like,
yeah, the story might be good.
I'm very judgmental over the fact that it's a property I don't care about.
Well, my channel's fucked. It's playing all this shit that's definitely gonna have copyright.
Make a bunch of noise over it so maybe YouTube can't hear it.
Scream into the mic until the music stops. This game looked finished. It does look finished. It's really far along. I'm actually really impressed with that. This doesn't look like it's in early development. Like even the companions don't look janky. Like they're actually in there fighting stuff. So this game is gonna be a nightmare for streams. Yeah.
I thought the stream part's fine. It's the VOD part that's gonna be bad.
Oh, right.
A lot of people do VODs.
Cage.
The point of even getting the Flarkin thing was looking like we mean business.
All right, Rocket. Time to put on your monster face.
I only got one face, Quill.
Are you sure about this, Peter? Look at him. You better have one hell of a sales pitch.
Maybe Gamora's right.
Better transitions than
try selling Groot instead.
Really?
This is an affront to democracy.
Oh my god, my brain.
I just
Mass
think
Effect.
that we might need Rocket on the outside for this one.
Not imagine if they just made a new Mass Effect.
Yeah,
Game's clean looking.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been looking at it for a while now, but right here, watching, especially Rocket's
you better
face,
not mess this up.
it's detailed.
You hang tight there, bud.
Yeah, well, and yeah,
If only Avengers look like this.
The seamlessness of like the chat UI popping up and then going away without like it looking like it's loading.
Yeah, it's definitely an improved product.
Yeah,
like they've definitely
To guarantee your
made it a better experience. It seems.
Come on.
Don't look at me. I ain't pulling that thing. Remember, buddy, menacing like me, only bigger.
I am Groot.
Not bad. Not bad.
Easy, big guy. So, how long before someone else wants to pull this thing?
You're 60 clicks from the fortress.
I'd say closer to 75.
I don't know. I might play this.
Well, the presentation's doing its job then.
Yeah. I'm not hyped on it, but I think it'd be a fun game. It looks like it does everything you really want a game like this to do. I'm not super like I am just not into comic stuff anymore because I've got that fatigue from the
7,000
being inundated with the shit. But as a video game, it looks like a quality game. Say it like kind of like what happened with Outriders. I was like, fuck that game. I was like, oh, it's looking alright. And I played, I'm like, yeah, I like it.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Sounds to me like Square's good at that with you then.
Yeah, no. Because a lot of times too, I look at a game they make, I'm like, that looks like trash. And it
You
is.
thought you could rob me,
Monster Hunter?
Dweller! Feast upon them!
See her gear?
Yeah, it's coming out fucking in October.
Yeah, it's done.
October, baby. Yeah, it looks fucking done. Look at Rocket.
Yeah.
Little suit. Looks like fucking Scarface. It's pretty cool. Come on, it will be fun
Now we're
game.
going to
I
revisit
hope.
two iconic brands that
Yeah,
are
it
being
looks
remastered
alright.
for modern
I'll give it to you.
platforms. First up, relive the classic games in the Final Fantasy series, and then get one more peek at Legend of
forgot.
Mana ahead of its
This is
June
Square.
24th
We're
launch.
watching a fucking.
Oh, they just said Legend of Mana. So. All that iconic artwork.
Love it. Fucking love it.
Wait, what?
This is a collection?
If it is, I'm buying it.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Pixel remaster.
All right, Chris, we got 0 excuses now. Love the old anime style. Sled one. Yep.
Oh, the fucking nostalgia.
That's 10 days away.
Yep. Know what I'm doing on the 24th.
Kind of want to get that on.
Thinking about buying that.
Earth's mightiest heroes continue their fight to defend the world in Marvel's Avengers.
Seems like a Switch
the
game
team
to
at
me.
Crystal Dynamics is excited to share the latest updates with you, including new mission types and a growing roster of heroes.
We just did this.
Never understand why they paid Vin Diesel to voice Groot for the movies. Couldn't have literally picked up any 100%. I think they liked that they could tell people that was Vin Diesel. Take my money. What new info? Legend of Mana. Wheel so high.
Second counts, people. Keep it moving.
I'll be getting on PC.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
You have to wait for it to release because Square has a history of terrible PC.
This is a game that simple, I feel like.
They screwed up Chrono Trigger.
Okay, well, maybe I'll wait and see. If they did that, then they can do anything.
The world doesn't need vengeance. AIM will save this world. I will save it.
There is
A bunch of those throwing shit.
Superhero fights are.
You don't understand what that cube is
Some people
capable of.
punch and do like magic power.
Throwing
stuff.
fists.
Those guys are just like throwing trash at a box. That's what it looks like. They're just like, fuck you. Fuck you. See, even after watching the last game, I'm looking at this and I'm just like, oh. It just looks like you're just spamming like the same fucking punch move over and over again in these little localized areas.
Man, I'm not too opposed to that. I love dinosaurs.
That's a fucking huge area. You're just running around and slashing through like fucking 100 people. Don't bring up dinosaurs, not the same. Not gonna lie, as long as the expansion is free, I'll give Black Panther a try.
I
That's fair.
applaud your efforts to connect with your roots.
Here we go.
But as a man who has seen 3 Black Panthers fall, I must warn you of a few things. Many eyes follow the path you are about to walk down.
They say I walk like a king, talk like a king. You can act around, they all say the same.
You just wanted to show
They
off these
chasing the
suits.
fame, they all want the name. But they ain't got what's running through these veins. Make way for the king.
It is Claw.
Feel it, dude.
Vibranium doesn't belong to you.
You are right. Vibranium does not belong to me. It belongs to Wakanda.
Combat in the game is actually really good. The issue is the repeat environments, monetization, repeat enemies. Also Godfall music. Oh yeah. I've actually heard that. I heard that the combat isn't bad. It just, you know, from looking at it, that's what it feels like when I see it. But I've heard that.
Now it's time to give mobile players a quick look at some of the
I've heard
games that
that
will
like
be
the
available
game
in the coming
for
months.
repetition sucks.
Good evening,
Especially in like the end game
426.
stuff where people are like
Our intelligence
doing the multiplayer
reports a
stuff like
new
that.
threat to global
I guess
stability.
it's just like
Their
really
reach
fucking
is
boring.
unlike anything we have seen before.
I just watched a
Following
video of one of the
Agent
one of
47's
the heroes they were playing, and they were using
you
like
were
2
selected
moves nonstop
because of your
over and over
remarkable
again.
skills.
And it's not dinosaurs,
Execution
so it's like
must be
it's hard for me to
perfect.
excuse it. Dinosaurs, it's just
We will
a whole
strike
different
from the
atmosphere.
shadows, and they will never know what hit them.
Yay.
A sad and beautiful tale that echoes throughout
Tried playing
eternity.
the Japanese version in Miami.
The first mobile entry in the Nier series. Nier Reincarnation.
Cool.
They cleaned up on the scene. Oh, crossover. That makes sense.
Dude, I'm so stoked. Can't wait.
I really wanted to like that game, but the grind is very, very real in that one.
Gotta earn it.
Yeah.
Oh, they're just gonna drill this song into our heads.
Very Vexious. I recognize that UI anymore. Yeah.
Oh, Dad, I was so mad about that game. I wanted to like it so much.
5 years, crazy. I guess I played it for like 3 years though.
Yeah, we haven't played for a while, so.
What is this? It's their Battle Royale game. They announced that last year.
I remember the name. I didn't know it was a
Today,
fucking Battle
the team
Royale.
at Platinum Games is giving you an exclusive look at the epic
like how
world
people
of
show up after we
Babylon's
do
Fall,
things.
featuring fluid combat, powerful weapons, and a unique art style.
Wait. What are you pointing at?
Flapjack.
Oh. You guys gonna be reacting to the Battlefield 2042 gameplay reveal trailer after the showcase?
Built
I might as well. I've watched it like 4 times already. We did that with the last stream for Xbox.
But for 1,000 more, it was seen as a tower of ruin. Persevering through fire and ice and the coldest of winds, eventually the tower became a symbol of unrelenting ambition. That tower's name is Babylon.
Didn't they hint at that last week? I
think so.
Yeah. They showed a guy on a
Does the
bridge.
savior of Neo-Babylon stand among us? Let's find out without further ado.
Looks like it.
Uh-oh. Sold.
What is
Multiplayer, I'll play it.
If I'm to die, then I'll die for
Very
hope.
flashy.
For what little hope there may be.
I mean, I can click it and see if it clears up, like the last one did.
This looks kind of cool. It's kind of ridiculous.
Seen through the veil at last, have you?
Well, this is probably like a direct recording from their stream, so the quality
We're
of
all
their stream is
prisoners
down.
of our subjective reality.
There's a 4K video disc, so I like to see it in higher quality.
I'd like to see the gameplay
Believe only what you see,
This trailer's
and you
kinda
like
meh.
to end up seeing
Well, the trailer's
only what you
meh, but
believe.
that I'm seeing it's an action magic game that seems to be 4-player co-op. I'm just already kind of like, okay, I'll play that. Unless it's trash. I mean, I'm a sucker for operatic fucking
Two paths lie
music.
ahead.
People just
Ascend
wailing.
to the heaven
It's doing something for you.
above the tower, or fall like this one now before you.
Now begins its tale of both hope and despair.
Babylon's Fall. PS4 and Steam. Oh!
Interesting.
プラチナゲームズは本当にアクションという部分に関しては世界屈指のデベロッパーだと思ってますし、
ニーアオートマタでそれが証明できたんじゃないかなと思ってます。
ニーアオートマタのアクションをもっと楽しむためにどうしたらいいかって選ばれたジャンルがハック&スラッシュでしたので、このゲームのコンセプトは端的に言うとニーアオートマタのアクションでハック&スラッシュというジャンルを楽しむということになります。
もちろん1人でも遊べるんですけど、4人でダンジョンを攻略していくゲームになります。
You create builds, so I assume the guy you watched had a build centered around specific moves. Probably why he was spamming, I don't know.
プレイヤーは
Yeah, that's
ストーリ
probably
ーを追いながらダンジョンをクリアして上層を目指していくと。入手する装備や素材を集めて自身を強化してカスタマイズしていく。
ゲームのスタイルとしては、オーソドックスなハック&スラッシュという形ですね。ただアクションがスキルや強い力を引き出すためのトリガーになっているところがポイントかなと思っています。
プレイヤーの背中についているビデオコピーというのがかなりキーアイテムとなっています。それによって遊び方とかカスタマイズの方向性っていうのも
ハイファンタジー感というかその上品さというところはすごい意識してくれているんだと思いました。カートゥーンチックなゲームというか、リアルに本当に存在している人たちが。Wait, when was that? We streamed that probably like 2 hours ago. We opened it up with Battlefield, and then they showed it again during the presentation. That gameplay looks fucking epic. 100%. It looks fucking sick.
まさにこれから開発の佳境になっていくので、精一杯頑張っていきたいので、皆さんも引き続き応援よろしくお願いいたします。
Sounds cool to me. Gotta wait to see more on it.
Now let's check out the next major entry in the popular Life is Strange series.
Oh,
True
perfect.
Colors.
Now I can talk to you guys.
The team at Deck 9 is ready to give you a deeper look at Alex Chen's psychic
Definitely
power
looks
of
fucking
empathy.
epic. Agreed.
First,
Yeah. What the
here's a
hell
look
is
at the
that
Life is
game?
Strange
Holy shit,
Remastered
Flapjack.
Collection.
That name. Yeah, I love saying that name. I'm gonna say it right now. Flapjack, Daddy Clap, Demi Thick, Pancake Cheeks, no syrup. Holy shit. Oh yeah. Oh, we saw that a long time ago. I remember the old trailer. Yep. Can't really hear you over the video. Did you say you guys already reacted to the video I posted in Discord last night? Yep, we reacted to it at the very beginning of the stream and of the last stream and during the Xbox presentation when it came up again. Seems interesting, but I don't like the graphics. I assume you're talking about Babylon's Fall. I kind of agree. I think the graphics from distance look good, but up close I don't think they look great.
That's Rachel Amber.
Yeah, these trailers are super loud all of a sudden. Okay, hold on a second.
Oh, good, you're here.
Rachel saved my life. She was my angel. Something happened to her. We have to find her, Max. Holy shit. Max, what's going on?
What about now? It should be better now.
I discovered
Yeah, dude, I hate reacting to these streams because the audio is so fucking all over the place.
So I remember now, it's the game that's in partnership with Platinum as well.
Yeah. Whatever's going on
they're
between
trying to do
us
some
is
Platinum.
special.
Yeah, I was kind of.
Before you regret it.
Then I realized.
Yeah, this trailer's super loud all of a sudden. Okay. Oh shit, I remember this game.
System specs for it already.
Dude, even on our side, this is loud as fuck. I have to turn this down.
To change time.
Oh, I just noticed that system specs up for it as
always
well.
have your back.
Yeah.
Always.
System specs are past the 900 series on that game.
It's probably the fucking particle effects.
Probably. Hi, I'm Maya, also known as MXM2.
I remember her.
I'm a musician and the singing voice of Alex Chen in the upcoming Life is Strange True Colors. I hope you enjoyed that first look at official gameplay from the remastered collection.
No.
As a longtime fan, I know I did.
I don't care.
You can see the love and care that Deck 9 have put into remastering both Life is Strange
Check on my phone.
and Before the Storm.
I'm on my phone right now.
This collection features improved character
Bad
animation,
sign.
lip sync, and visuals,
For Babylon's Fall.
breathing
Yeah.
new life into these two beloved games.
I can't remember what David
Back in March,
said,
we
but I saw
also
the
revealed
website,
the next
so I went.
major game in the series,
Sign
Life is
up for
Strange
it.
True Colors, a small-town supernatural mystery. Alex Chen must uncover the truth behind her brother's death, using her psychic power of empathy to unravel the shocking secrets of Haven Springs.
Absolutely no interest in these games.
Today, we have a first look at Alex's unique power in action.
Holy shit, I agree
Here's
with you so
game
much.
director Zach Garris for more.
It's kind of amazing though, and this isn't even like to fucking attack people who like the games, because that's not really my brain.
Empathy
but
is integral to the story of Life is Strange.
People
True
fucking
Colors.
love those
It impacts every relationship she builds,
games.
and every
Huge
decision
fans. Like
she
people are
makes.
like, that's my favorite game ever made.
Freaky empath friend.
And so I
For
can
years,
respect that.
Alex
If you're
has
into
been
that. I
unable to
think the
shut out
writing
the
of the
strong
original
feelings
is
of
fucking
others.
atrocious.
The
Like
fear,
it's like horrendous.
Sadness and anger of those around her,
But
leading
that's
her to
to each
believe
their own.
her
If
power
the story
is a
resonates with you,
curse.
the characters resonate with you.
In the wake of
fucking
Gabe's
dope.
death,
Happy for
Alex
you.
realizes the only way she can find the truth is to embrace her
I got a lot of electronics around me.
I can't
Let me
believe
tell
this
you,
is
I live in
happening.
the fucking Nebuchadnezzar.
And the only way to understand is
The
to
Matrix.
feel what he's feeling.
Those people probably don't know what that
From the
is
very
these days.
start, you can use Alex's power to focus on brightly colored auras to
ancient
gain
Babylon.
insight into
Babylon's
people's
Fall.
emotions.
Gabe was too young. Just too young.
I gotta start remembering
These
that every time
valuable
Square Enix has an
insights
event,
deepen
I'm probably gonna
Alex's
see Life is
relationships
Strange.
with the folk of
I
Haven
always like
Springs,
never
as
connect
well
it
as
makes
sparking
them money.
new dialogue
But every
options and
time they have a
events,
thing,
as here
this shit pops
from a
up.
scene
I'm
very
like,
early
oh,
on in the
here we go.
game.
You're gonna lose her. You're gonna lose her, and it's all your fault.
Alex has uncovered a secret that Mac wants to keep hidden from his long-term girlfriend. And now he is terrified that Alex will reveal it before he can talk to Riley.
She is the best thing that's ever happened to
Just
me.
turn this into an angsty teen Netflix series and leave me alone. Yeah, 100%.
And leave me alone.
It's I feel it. They are
Thanks for
just
telling
like
me the truth, Alex.
angsty teen stories
serious?
with superpowers involved. It's
I need to get back to work.
Sure, Alex will,
and they're done like fucking indie movies from like
When Alex
2012.
encounters a particularly strong aura, she can reach
2011.
out to
It's
actively
like-
connect with that person's emotions. This generates a nova, a supernatural flare that transforms the world around Alex into a reflection of
No
that
comment.
person's psyche. In
You
this
really want to be left
alternate
alone.
emotionally
Maybe it's an
charged
emote
state,
that
Silence.
that
Alex
doesn't
can
come through.
experience fragments of
Restream.
thoughts and memories to get to the
But yeah,
root
the
of
whole
their
like
issue.
fucking like indie music, everything.
But not every emotional crisis can be easily dealt with.
Bro,
Some
my
carry a
life is
dangerous,
just so
even
hard.
life-threatening amount
Yeah,
of power.
I feel it. My life's
He's
also
dead.
just as hard.
I
Bro, you
wish
got
I
drama,
were too.
bro? Yeah, I got a lot of drama.
No decision
This
is
guy
easy,
I know is
and the consequences
so upset,
will be
like,
felt
fully
across
upset
the game.
with this other person.
This anger
No
could kill
way.
her.
Oh my god,
What
let's
if-
take a selfie.
I could just take it
Holy
away.
shit, get the fuck out of my face with that.
Using Alex's powers the only way you can uncover the truth behind her brother's death.
What would that do to her? What would it
Who
do
cares?
to
How
me?
about that?
And even if I can, should I?
How far will you go in pursuit of that truth? The choice?
Accidentally
yours.
sent, pressed spacebar and sent it. Fucking might as well, dude. Send
Alex's powers look so awesome. I have no idea how I'll make some of these choices,
Gotta get ready to announce
but I can't
something.
wait to play it with you
No,
all
I
when it
just-
comes out on
I'm thinking
September
betas
10th.
I've played in the past and
Don't
I'm drawing a
forget,
blank
you can
right now.
pre-order Life is Strange True
People don't care
Colors
about that anymore.
now.
But
And
they're
if you
asking
choose the
for it.
Ultimate
Yeah, they
Edition,
don't care.
you'll also receive the Life
I
is
mean, that
Strange
that
Remastered
makes me feel.
Collection.
It's like when
And
you're like
that's
an
it
old
for today.
dude. I don't know
Make
about
sure
that
to
yet.
follow the Life
and
is Strange social channels
people
for
ask
more.
for your ID. You're like, it makes me feel young again. That's what that sounds like to me. Because back in the day when you signed up for a beta, you like legit had to like put your resume in, and nowadays it's just like give us money or hit email me when the beta starts. I'm like so
And now,
totally
we
stoked
are excited
for
to unveil
Life
a
is
brand
Strange
new title
2.
from Square
Like, I
Enix
totally
Japan.
just really want to play it. Hey, we're getting games again.
I'm here to kill chaos. That's my mission.
Team Ninja. It's happening.
Looks like chaos has been waiting for us.
You gonna make us go in there and find you?
Guess we'll just show ourselves in.
I only know one thing.
It's like an original
I want to kill chaos.
property or story.
I need to. It's not a hope or a dream. It's like a hunger. Thirst.
Move aside! You're dust!
You sure chaos is here?
Yeah, they can only squash monsters for so
The
long.
second game they've made for
I hate
Square
doing
now.
pest control.
What was the first one?
This is the Shrine of Chaos.
Fighting game.
He's here.
Did they make that?
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I'll play this. I like Team Ninja.
The darkness is so thick I can taste it. This is it. No doubt.
Die already!
That crystal thing's
There
weird.
was a knight
They're really
who
going
left
for
on
like
the same
darker tones
journey as
lately.
you, but never returned. His name was Garland. If you could, I would be grateful if you looked for him.
Garl?
Chaos.
There's yeah, the city. There's some play on characters that are familiar here.
Know when you're beaten!
And who are you? We're here to kill Chaos.
The prophecy's very own Warriors of Light.
Real.
He always wore such splendid armor, with a helmet that was terrifying to behold.
Sad 'cause the trailer's actually not doing a whole lot for me, but just confirming the game exists and I want to play it.
Yeah, the trailer's.
It's
I
not a
think
very
the
good
voice
trailer.
acting is a bit huge part of that because it's not
For
good.
sure. Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin.
Interesting.
Cool.
Huh. Demo soon on PS5. I'll be sure to have you come over and try it, Chris.
I'll leave you with a look at some of the amazing Square Enix titles you can play now, as well as those to come.
Hate
Lot
to be
this
the
need to
bearer of
play.
bad news, but
Just hit me with it.
we're gonna drop plate number 7.
They're gonna do what?
Pure Dust. Oh, that's the city title as well. Fuck it. Fuck it suck. Lol. I have to go to work. I'll watch the rest later. See you, everybody. See you later, man. Thanks for hanging out.
Splash.
Talk to you soon. This is the most FF looking villain ever. A little bit, yeah. Cass was the main enemy of the city. Neat, I'm coming. Real neat. Souls like FF, I'm in.
Yeah, that rumor was. That's a team working 15. 16's gonna be part of a splash reel. That's.
It's all or nothing.
I ain't ready to show it.
Yeah, there was a rumor going around about a Souls Final Fantasy game, so it's interesting to see it as a reality.
I never heard of Souls, but
Thank
I
you for
heard
joining
the
us
rumor
today.
multiple times
Keep an
that
eye
Team
out for
Ninja was
news
making
about
a
our
Final
next
Fantasy game.
Square
It was
Enix
gonna be
Presents.
action
I'm Matt
centric,
Mercer.
and
See you next
I
time.
think they equated to like Neo, and Neo is a Souls type game, but Neo's also
Next time.
a Team Ninja action game, like Ninja game. So I don't know if it's gonna be a
IGN
Souls game
Summer
or
of
not.
Gaming has officially partnered with E3 2021.
Unless they
for the
show
Ultimate
any Souls
Team.
stuff.
From direct
Look like
access
straight
to
up
the
action game
major
to me.
gaming
Like they're just swinging at
conferences
people.
at
They didn't really show any
Yeah.
mechanical stuff.
Yeah. What do you think?
It was okay. I'm actually kind of disappointed.
Yeah, me too. It wasn't bad. It's just like there's
Which is kind of wild because like
nothing.
It was nice to see like there was some stuff in there I'm definitely excited for, and it was nice to see that Team Ninja game. But they really spent way too much time on Marvel stuff, like way too much time.
Yeah,
and it
a
makes a
third of
lot
it.
of sense, unfortunately, because I'm sure Disney wrote a fat check for it. But
well, it's also the most they have to show of any of the games they got.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't they? They got to sell that game. It's gonna sell, even if people are happy or not happy with it. And it's Marvel. I mean, like, regardless of anyone signing a fat check, makes sense completely. Plus, how like complete it looks. They got plenty to show. 16, they didn't have shit to show.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, like nothing. Kind of crazy.
yeah, I don't know. I expected different titles, I guess. So
Yeah. Yeah, way less RPG stuff. Though we did get the confirmation of the Team Ninja game, which is cool. What'd you think of that? Like, we kind of talked about it as we watched it, but like, did it meet your exceed or lower than what you?
it was just
were hoping
confirmation.
For? Yeah, that's how I feel.
There's no desire for me for that kind of game type. So
literally just knowing it exists and Team Ninja makes me want to buy it. But what I saw, like, if that wasn't a Team Ninja game and you showed me that and didn't show the combat at all, I would be like, hey, that's another offshoot Final Fantasy. Might be good, might not be.
Yeah. Which
is still the case, but Team Ninja sells it for me a little bit. Just because they don't really make bad games. So.
Right.
Babylon's Fall.
Yeah, I mean, it looks interesting, but I was interested in the last time they showed it, so.
Yeah. Well, the last time it was like a little teaser thing, so like it's cool to actually see it. I had no idea it was going to be like a 4-player co-op fucking action game. It's kind of a big surprise.
They tried that before, but that check got cut.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Let's see. Neat. So it was like Garland was the main boss of the original Final Fantasy. Underwhelming. 2 games I wanted to see the most weren't here: Final Fantasy 16 and Forspoken. Yeah, the big one that I really want to see was 16. I was really hoping for that, and I'm not going to be the guy who gets upset because I didn't get to see what I wanted to see because they never said it was going to be there. But it would have been cool to see. I mean, there's the last time they showed it, they showed like some pretty complete looking stuff. So I'm surprised they don't have something to show.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Yeah.
I could have sworn they would have shown at least some like a different trailer or some gameplay. They don't have to show like a whole bunch, but it blows me away that with how complete the last one looked that they didn't have anything. So
yeah.
So kind of strange.
Yeah. The Guardians of the Galaxy game. I mean, you got to see it in real time. I went from going, fuck that game, not really into it, to going like, I might play it. At the very least, it looks like a game that might be fun to play. I do understand and agree with a lot of the things people have said about saying kind of sucks that you only play one guy, but I do kind of like that it has a system like an RPG where you command your teammates to do stuff. But I'm not in any way excited to play this. It does look very done, though. It's kind of crazy how much they've accomplished with that game. I wonder if it's a short game. That would kind of make sense. The Pixel remaster, I think, is dope. It's nice to know that's going to be in a full collection. You can have 1 through 6 all in one place. It's pretty cool. Are they doing much with the remaster? Or just making sure it can like run on...
I'm not sure. It's also gonna be kind of curious to see which versions of the game they pick.
That's what I was wondering about with like 6, because there's been so many versions.
Well, there's been 2 versions of 6.
Oh, there's only been 2?
Yeah, but the remaster is not super well received. So
yeah,
some of the more concerning ones would be like, was it 4 has been done multiple times and 1 has been done on multiple different versions, though I do hope it's not the original because that is way too grindy for today's standards. They have done a version of that is supposed to be a lot better, and then another one that was worse again. So
yeah,
but for a while there, Square was trying to like not embrace pixel art and like making smooth looking versions of all their old games, and the Western audience kind of complained about that. So yeah, I'm curious to see what is in that collection, but I'd still be curious.
Yeah, it'd be cool if they spent a little more time to not just go, hey, you like Final Fantasy, you want these games for sure, just buy it. It would have been cool to see a little bit more on it, to see what they're doing with it, but definitely very cool. Mono game, of course, it's looking fucking cool. Definitely want that. It's coming out soon, which is awesome. No Forspoken either, which is interesting.
Yeah, but that game was pretty early in, I think, when they
originally showed it. It was early in to the point where it didn't seem like it had like a full-on story or anything. It seemed like a concept. And the second time we saw it, we actually saw like cinematics and stuff. So it would be cool to get like to catch up with it, maybe tell what's going on with it, how far along they are, something like that. But
with how long, and I really hope it's not the same, but with how long 15 took to make, I would not expect that game anytime soon.
Well, yeah, I'm not expecting anytime soon. Just saying it'd be cool if they would have did something with it at all. Let's see here. Pixel Remaster was most exciting for me. It's fair. I want to see more on the Team Ninja game for sure. I'm excited for it. The Marvel game looks okay. Nothing to write home about. Well, I'm glad they got you a little more excited about that Team Ninja thing, because when we talked about it on the show, you seemed like the least interested in that of all three of us, and here you're saying it looks cool. I'm with you 100%. I mean, Team Ninja, it's hard for them to do wrong, and it's Final Fantasy, so it's a cool collaboration. And yeah, Marvel game. I mean, I honestly kind of got a more positive look on it, but it's definitely nothing to write home about. I'm happy though that Jeremy was like super stoked about it, because like I don't want to sit here and go, wow, that game doesn't look that great, and everybody's just like, yeah, fuck that game. Like, I'm glad it's for somebody's stoked about it. There's probably a bunch of people stoked for it. I mean, like, people love all the Marvel stuff, all the comic stuff. I used to, so I get it. Any major disappointments outside of the games we didn't see? Anything they show? Life is Strange. I mean, that's not a disappointment for me. I don't like the game. That's just for somebody else.
I mean, no, not really. I just, like I said, the lineup they picked was just not really what I would have expected them to show. So I'm kind of, I guess I feel confused more than anything.
Yeah, it's overall it's kind of underwhelming. Yeah. What'd you grade it?
So for what they did show and how they showed it, I actually think they did a good job in that regard. You know, they were very generous with the amount they showed, specifically with this game here. I don't know. I think a B- is pretty fair. It was decently put together. It just I think it was missing for me something to kind of like elevate it though.
Yeah, it didn't, like a couple of these that we've talked about so far, like it doesn't have like the banger. It doesn't have the thing that's like, there's 2 games there. They're like brand new concepts, fucking sick sounding, but they didn't get me excited. It was just like, okay, Team Ninja, that's real. Okay, cool. Babylon's Fall is that sounds pretty cool. I'll wait to see what you guys have to say.
Another collaboration game, so.
Yeah. So that's about as much as you got out of me.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'm going to give it a C+. I do think it was a very underwhelming presentation. I don't think it was done bad. But you know, the mobile stuff I don't give a fuck about. I know there's a huge group of people who are playing this mobile game, so it's for them. But it did feel kind of like a speed bump for me. And a lot of Marvel, which honestly was effective because it got me to change my mind slightly. The big stuff didn't do much for me. And didn't get to see some of the stuff I was hoping to even hear about a little bit. Like, hey, we are hard at work on that game. So yeah, C+. Kind of disappointed. Not in an angry, negative way, but could have been better for sure. Yeah, so we will close this out soon. If you guys have anything to add to the conversation in the chat or in the comments below, feel free. If you got any opinions on anything, any grades on the presentation itself, things you wanted to see, things you got to see that you're really stoked about, things that you might have been disappointed they did show, like I didn't want to see that shit. That looks boring as fuck. What could they have done better possibly? And yeah, while you guys think about maybe saying something if you want, I'm going to go through all the stuff that you guys may need to be reminded of that on Monday, midnight, PST, we will be back streaming Capcom for sure, 100%. We'll be covering that. Any other conferences or presentations? Take-Two's supposed to have something. Mythical Games, I don't know what the fuck that is. We'll be covering all the important stuff, so come back Monday, technically Tuesday morning. You guys know what I'm saying? And then the midnight of Tuesday events, PST, we will be reacting to Nintendo Direct and or Nintendo's Nintendo Direct and Nintendo Treehouse. A lot of Nintendo and Bandai Namco, so come back for that. We got 2 more days left of streams, and if there's stuff we missed during E3 that possibly was not part of a presentation, let us know, and we can add that like we did this time to the stream, so we can react and talk about everything, because it's with E3 typically impossible to see every little thing, because there's people just kind of release shit on the side too, and unless you're following them, you might not have heard about it. So yeah, and then we got Discord, we got Patreon, we're on iTunes, Spotify, or the podcast platforms if you'd like to listen to us, prefer that. And yeah, streams next weekend. I think we'll be doing a Tasty Cast. We'll probably talk about E3 as a whole, and maybe cover some stuff that
slip through.
Might slip through, yeah, possibly. Maybe rewatch some stuff. If any new stuff comes out by then, I doubt it will, because this is where you do it. We'll cover it then, and Yeah, it'll be a nice chill post E3 tasty cast. Yeah, and it is 4 a.m. So I'll give you guys about one more minute, and then we are out of here. I want to thank everybody in the chat who hung out during this stream. As always, you guys add a lot to the conversation. It's very much appreciated, and it's fun to talk with you guys about everything that we're watching, whether it's good or bad. So thank you for that. And anybody watching after the fact, thanks for watching. We appreciate you checking out what we do and our reactions. Of course, let us know in the comments your thoughts on everything that we covered and things we may have missed. And yeah, I think that's going to do everything. Got anything else to say? All right. Well, it's late. My name's Seth. This has been Chevy. Until tomorrow night, midnight PST, where we cover other shit. Have a good night.